brushing up. So let's brush up yesterday's class, guys. Whenever you work with Flask, there will be 3 modules. One is your front end, one is your backend script, which is Python, and in middle you'll have a web server. All right. So front end is nothing but your HTML page. Whenever you request the web server, request your web server with some sort of URLs. These URLs are considered as endpoints or API endpoints. API endpoints. API is nothing but application interface. If suppose whenever software modules are to be taught, whenever there should be communication between 2 software modules, then you will have this APIs. So yesterday we have worked with different kinds of the API links, right? So slash user, slash admin, or slash user, slash name. All these things are considered as endpoints. So with the help of these endpoints itself, there will be the communication between front end and back end. All right. Now, whenever these URLs will be appeared on browser, whenever these user, for suppose I have written as local host is to 5000, then this is nothing but home page. Let's assume that. All right. First, suppose you have written as local host is to 5000 comma user, then whatever the function that is preceding user will be executed. Whatever the function that is preceding this URL will get executed. For suppose here I've written hi, then on the web browser, the output will be hi. All right. First, suppose instead of this, I have given like http 5000 user slash Pradeepti. All right. Whenever I execute this, whatever the function that I have written presiding this, like def of name print or written name. So here my name is Pradeepti. All right. So whenever I hit this URL, then on the web browser, it returns your name, which is Pradeepti, whatever the name that you have given. So these kind of URLs we have worked on, and we have also created a basic HTML page. All right. Whenever you are working with basic HTML page, your Flask should have some sort of template. What is that template? Is folder. You should have a main folder. Inside that main folder, you should have a folder called templates. TEMPLATES. Make sure you give the name of this the spelling is templates, not template or template or anything. It should be templates. Inside this, you can have n number of HTML pages. N number of HTML pages. It could be index.html or basic.html or login.html, anything. Whatever the HTML pages you write, those will be stored in templates. All right. Now you will have app.py. The name could be app or web or anything. You should have a Python script. In this, at the same time, if you want to beautify your web application, then your styling attributes will be written in .css file. That .css file should be saved in statics under CSS. Under CSS, you should have style.css file. All right. So this is the folder structure. And now, how do you run your Python codes? you have to open Anaconda prompt or command prompt. Anaconda prompt or command prompt. Navigate to the folder. How do you navigate is right click on your Python file, go to the properties, right click on Python file, go to properties, copy the path, the location that means, open terminal, cd space, paste the path, and then run your code by the statement Python space app.py. Harshavardhan, if you have written debug is equal to true, then you cannot run it in the spider. That should be executed through command prompt itself. All right. Mostly that is the better, the ideal way to run your Python scripts. Not only Python script, any language, the ideal way to run the scripts are through terminals, not through the IDEs. All right. So hope you understood what we have done in the yesterday's class, right? Yes. Now, let me show you what we're gonna do today. First, what I would like to do is I would like to create an HTML page. All right. Here, I'll have some sort of text boxes. Static, not statics. You'll have 1, 2, 3. Let's suppose 4. Okay. And a submit button. All right. This could be name, email, stream, address. All right. Now, whenever I submit it, all the values which you are writing on this, I mean, which you are entering through the HTML app, those are stored in the MySQL DB. MySQL DB. All right. So whenever I submit the button, I will store the data in MySQL DB. And whenever I want to retrieve the data, I will be retrieving the data from this MySQL DB and I'll be displaying it on the HTML page. All right. So this is what we're gonna do today. All right, guys. So this is the folder structure, Debjyoti. Folder. You should have statics folder. Static folder. I'm sorry, not statics. It's static. Static folder. Inside that, you should have a CSS folder. Inside that, you should have a style.css. Templates. In that, you should have HTML pages. Then you should also have app.py. Hope everyone understood what we're gonna do today, right? If you are clear with this, then I can move forward. If you're clear with this, I'll move forward. All right, guys. We are just storing the data and retrieving the data from MySQL. Storing the data and retrieving the data from DB. Storing is like you just enter the data, submit it, It gets stored in the MySQL DB. Whenever you click on something else, again, the data will be displayed on the web app. All right. Just sending the data and retrieving the data. I'm just making you understand how to communicate with a database. So till yesterday, we have learned how to grab the inputs from the HTML page and send it to the and send it back to the web page, right? So we are not storing any sort of information. Basically, whenever you create any web pages like a registration form or filling form or anything, that data should get stored somewhere. Am I right? So today we are storing that data in MySQL DB. Understood, guys? So for that, I will not concentrate on HTML pages, guys, because actually we are working on creating a modern application. So I would like to mostly concentrate, I like to concentrate on the backend script as well as the containerization of your app. So basically, you remember, guys, we are creating a microservice. Now we are creating this whole process, right? This whole process can be considered as a microservice. This whole process can be considered as a microservice. All right. So I'll be concentrating on Python app itself. So I want you to download the HTML reference HTML files from the GitHub that I have provided. So I'll just give 5 minutes of time to download the day two. I'll just show you guys. Go to this link. Go to the link. Go to the link. Download day two codes. So click on day two. Click on these three. Sorry. I mean, you can download the whole day two. Click on this code. I'll just give you 5 minutes of time. Everyone, please download those. Yes, I'm sharing it, guys. So let me also write what are all the steps that we need to perform. All right. First step. Step 1. Log into remotemysql.com. Step 2. Create database. Step 3. Create a table. Create a table. Yes, you just download that zip file. I'm showing you guys. Download that zip file. I'll just show you. Click on this download. Download zip. Download this. Download this. So I've downloaded it in the download section. Have you downloaded that, guys? Have you downloaded the day 2 session? Have you downloaded the day 2 session? Yes. Yes. Now, please do extract it. Please do extract it. Right click on it. Extract here. Right click on it and extract here. It's your wish. If you wanna download both the things, you can. If you wanna download day 2 only, you can also do the same, right? Now, if you go inside this day 2, you have something called web app demo. Have you seen that? Have you seen this, guys? So this is what we're gonna work on today. So if I just open this day 2, inside day 2, I have web app demo. In that web app demo, you can see static folder, templates folder, and a Python folder. Static folder, template folder, and a Python folder. Yes, you have to extract it, Sandhya. So I want you to delete that app.py file because I want you to create app.py file by writing. All right. Do not just sit idle and watch that already given file. I would request you to delete that app.py file and we'll write it in this session. All right. How many of you have downloaded and extracted it? Right. Right. So first, what I'll do is I'll just show you the output. All right. I'll just show you the output. Should we save in Flask in the sense? What do you mean by that, Harshvardhan? Actually, this is a Flask app, so I didn't understand the question. Okay, the folder that you've created yesterday. Better, if you delete app.py, then you can write it on your own. Otherwise, if you want to copy that file, if you want to just use that file, it's your wish. All right. But if you write it, then you'll get practice. So shall I move forward, guys? If you want to save that on desktop, you can save that on desktop, Saishri. That's okay. So shall I move forward? Yes. So first I'll show you the output. All right. I'll show you the output and then we'll start writing the program. Fine. So let me run my code first. So I am on my web app demo link. I'm in the location. I'm just running it. Python space app.py. Python space app.py. Now, whenever I run it, it is running on localhost 9000. I have written the port as 9000. I've written the port as 9000. All right. So, 1 second, Sai-Jeevan. Let me first show you the output and then I'll talk about that MySQL. Could you please wait for some time? So now, whenever I open my local host 5000 slash, localhost 9000, how to get out of so this is the small app that I have written. So here I've written smart interns and see, now I have created a table here. So I have to first give my username and password. So let me first give my username and password. You'll also do all these, guys, don't worry. I'm just showing you the output now, like what we're gonna do now. All right. So here I have created a table called dummy. If you see here, I have created a table called dummy. Just look at the screen, guys. That's it. Do not do anything. We will be doing all these things practically. C colon. Muskan, C colon. Not semicolon, colon. So here in the dummy table, if you see the structure, I'll just click on structure. You can see I have a variable name ID. Sayali, please wait. That's what I asked. Just look at the screen. We will be doing all these things practically. All right. This is the ID. This is the ID. I have created a column name. I have created a column email. I have created a column stream, and I've created an address. All right. So if you browse, you will see all the data that I have stored. So I've just created a data of Pradipti Duggaraju, pradipti@gmail.com, mtech, flat number 101, something else, right? Now what I do is I will enter some other values. So let me say this is VMware Tanzu event. Email is, let's say, vmware@gmail.com. Mobile number, I'm just giving it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stream is Python track. Address is, let's suppose it is Hyderabad. Hyderabad. Now just click on agree all terms. Click on submit. One second. So if you see, oh, someone has already given, who is this Jack Rose, ADSFGMECSC ADFSA? Who did this, guys? That's okay. Fine. See, if you see here, VMware Tanzu event, VMware email at gmail.com, Python track, Hyderabad. All right. Now, whenever, if you see, whenever I click here, whenever I click here, you can see the data has been generated to Pradipti Duggaraj, Pradipti at gmail.com, BCom, BTech, Python, Florida. All right. Now that's a local app, but there are my credentials in app.py Ronak. Even if you run, you can also send my data to MySQL. And here we are not using local MySQL. Here we are using remote MySQL. So did you understand, guys? Did you understand the flow? Did you understand the flow, guys? Guys, did you understand the flow? Right. Chalo then. One more time. All right, fine. Let me tell. Guys, please do not run. If you're running it, my app is getting disturbed. Please do not run your app because they are my credentials. So please, no need, Dheeraj. We will be using Remote MySQL. No need of downloading anything. I've asked you to create an account on Remote MySQL, right? So guys, again, I'm entering the names. Let me give my name as, let me say, VMware Tanzu event. VMware Tanzu event. Email is VMware Tanzu at gmail.com. Mobile number, I just give it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stream, I give it as Python track. And here address, I'll just give it as Hyderabad. Click on agree, submit it. Now, as soon as I've submitted it, you can see you have successfully registered. You have successfully registered message over here. Now, when I go to web page my admin, Just refresh it. You can see VMware Tanzu event, VMware Python track, Hyderabad. Now, whenever I want to grab this data onto my system, what I do is I'll just click here. So if you scroll down, you have something called click here. Whenever you click here, scroll down, you can see the data is being generated. Actually, previous sessions data has been generated. The reason is the sessions data is not saved. We'll see why it is not getting saved. All right. Did you understand, guys? Shall I move forward? Shall I move forward? Yes. Good. So what is the first step that I have said? Where did I write that? Anyways, step 1, log into remotemysql.com. Log into remotemysql.com. So just navigate to remotemysql.com. Pooja, we asked you to create it again after 1 hour or 2 hours, right? Did you try it after 1 hour or 2 hours? If you have tried after 1 hour or 2 hours, then you would have already got created. That's what Sangeeta will see why it's not getting the current details. All right. All right. So guys, if you have not created the MySQL accounts, please watch the things that I am delivering, and after the class, please do practice. Okay. I'm going very slow, and I want every student to follow my steps. All right, fine. So let's get started, guys. Have you logged into your MySQL, remote MySQL? Let me log in, guys. It's not yet opened, Kaushik. Yes. Now, click on databases. Is everyone on this page? Is everyone on this page, guys? Yes. So please click on databases. Please click on databases. Again, it will ask you to, sometimes it will ask you to log in again, but sometimes it will not. All right. Now, as soon as you click on databases, you will be on this databases page. You will be on this databases page. All right. Is everyone over here? Is everyone on this page, guys? Wait for a few more minutes. It will get opened. All right. Refresh it. If you're getting SQL error, something like that, please refresh it. Now, our aim is to create a database. All right. You know what a database is, right? Database is a place where we store our data. Let it show like that, Devjyoti. It will take time to log in because so many of us are using it, right? Guys, what I request you to do is please watch the session. Please watch the session, because if everyone if everyone logins to the remotemysql.com at the same time, then that gets overloaded and the site may get crashed. Please, if you forget your password, just try clicking on forget password, Nirmal. Use that and reset it. I cannot remember your password, right? Go to remotemysql.com, click on login, and you'll get logged in. All right, guys, if everyone if everyone parallelly execute with me, then the system might, the MySQL server might get crashed. So please wait for some time. All right, now if you scroll down, you will have something called create database. Close this ad. If you scroll down, you will have something called create database. Have you seen that? If you have not seen that, just click on refresh and scroll down. After login, go to database. After login, go to database. So after you go to database, it will ask again to login. Just give your details again. Just refresh that Neelmani. You'll get create database option. Try to reload the page. Sorry. After logging to your remote MySQL server, click on databases. Click on databases. Scroll down and click on create new database. So if they're asking to give a survey, just give the survey, guys. Okay, after survey, might be you might get this create new database. Please do give the survey. Please do give the survey. I'll wait for a few minutes. Yeah. Now please click on create new database. A pop-up will be showcased. Are you sure you want to create a database? That's good, Aswat. Fine, at the last you got. Guys, please try reloading it. For sure, you'll get it. All right. Then you will get a pop-up like this. Click on OK. As soon as you have created a database, scroll down. So it says you can have only maximum of 3 databases. So let me first delete my database. I'm just deleting my database, just deleting this database. All right. So I'm scrolling down and I'm just creating my database. Yes, I'm just clicking on OK. Now, after you have created the database, you will have the credentials. Make sure you copy these credentials and paste it somewhere. Make sure you copy these and paste it somewhere. If you lose these credentials, then you cannot retrieve these credentials. Please copy these credentials and save it somewhere. Repeating again, writing. Have you created the dashboard, guys? Everyone? Tarun Kumar, please click on create the dashboard and the dashboard gets created automatically. All right. So whoever is not able to follow this, please try to watch the videos because if I concentrate on a single person, then other people might get bored. You can save it, Kirtana, not an issue. All right. So save these credentials. Have you saved it, guys? Have you saved it? Yes. Now, the next step is step 1, log into remotemysql.com. Step 2, create database and save creds. Step 3, create table. Create table. In order to create table, click on actions. Click on actions. Once the table is created, so this is my table, right? I have something called action. Am I right? Click on action. Click on action. Go to PHP My Admin. Go to PHP My Admin. Have you launched PHP My Admin, guys? I'm again showing it. First step is to log into remotemysql.com, create database and save credentials. Now the step is to create the table. In order to create the table, you have to click on actions. After clicking on actions, select PHP My Admin. PHP My Admin. Have you selected this PHP My Admin, guys, everyone? After selecting this PHP My Admin, give your username as well as password. So you have pasted somewhere, right? Go there, copy your credentials. Username is ATHO something. ATHO. Password is this one. Password is this one. Go. You will be landing on the PHP MyAdmin. So many of you are using, so that's the reason unable to load the page. Guys, I request a few of you to stop using MySQL. I mean Remote MySQL. It's loading. Have you connected to the PHP MyAdmin, guys? Is it loading? Is your PHP MyAdmin loading? Yes. .txt for Notepad. Guys, if you stop doing it, then I can show you what happens next. It will show Devjyoti. Please click on actions and guys, guys, can you please stop using it so that I can show it to you? Yes, Krishna Raj. You can use Remote MySQL Ronak, but while containerization of your app, you will be facing so many difficulties. So please, now I'm just telling you an alternative, guys, as the site is overloaded. Please go to this URL. I'm putting that in the chat. Download XAMPP 64-bit. Download this. After downloading it, please install it. Have you installed the XAMPP, guys? Have you installed XAMPP? Yes. Now it's installing. Okay. We'll go with another alternative because it's taking so much of time. See, we are wasting so much of time. So we'll install XAMPP locally. And local and remote MySQL will be the same process, guys. So while building, while project build-a-thon, I request you guys to use remote MySQL than your local MySQLs. All right. That's okay, Nikhil. Just click yes. Not an issue. Have you installed? You can use it, Sudashmita, but the code for MySQL and the POP SQL will be very different. Okay, okay, I'll wait for some time. Is it taking a lot of time to install? It'll just take not more than 10 minutes or 2 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. That's it, Ambarish. Let me try it in new incognito window. No, it's not opening enough. So have you installed exam? So if you have installed exam, open your exam. So whenever you have installed exam, the MySQL service is also downloaded. So your exam will be opened. Then click on PHP MyAdmin. Click on start. Apache and MySQL, please start it. All right, Sharon, I'll wait. Guys, I'll move forward, please. You can do it later. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the Telegram. All right? All right, Kirtana. Just 2 minutes. All right, Kirtana. I'll wait. After installing exam, search for exam and click on that. Exam control panel. The exam control panel will be opened. There, you have to start your Apache. We will send it again, Sharon. Don't worry. So I have two MySQL. So I have to stop my MySQL, the other MySQL. This is only for my computer, not yours. All right. So do not follow this step. This is for my computer. I have two MySQL instances. I have to stop that to run another instance. All right. Guess I'm doing this for my computer, not yours. So don't get confused. If I stop this, then only I can be able to run XAMPP MySQL server. That's the reason I've stopped it. So have you opened XAMPP control panel, guys? Have you opened XAMPP control panel? Yes. Select public. Fine, I'll move forward, guys. I'll show you the process, and at the end, you can do the practicals, please. All right? Fine. So please click on Start and Start. Apache and MySQL. Click on Start and Start. Yes, yes, Kirtana. Because everyone stopped open, that's the reason it got opened, Chandana. Yes, because everyone stopped using it. MySQL started working. So first I'll show it in the local, and then I'll go to the remote also. So you'll have both in YouTube, and that will be useful for your project build-a-thon also. All right. First, let me do that in the local system now. All right, guys. Fine. So I've started my SQL server. Now, please type localhost slash colon php my admin. Localhost colon php my admin. Please try localhost, not colon. Please try localhost slash php my admin. Localhost slash php my admin. Yes. Now here, let's first create the database. First create the database. All right. So here I'm just clicking on this plus icon, not this, like new, click on this new, give the database name as details. Let's say I'm giving it as details itself. Give the name as details, and put this encoding as UTF-8 MB for general underscore CI. We put it as a default one. All right. Now click on create. Click on this new, give a name to your database. So I have created a database. In that, I have to create the table. In that, I have to create a table. Now I'll just give my table name as new table. New table with, yes, it will be uploaded on YouTube, Shraddha. And I'm giving 5 number of columns, new table, and 5. Make your table name as new table and give it as 5. Please log out from the meeting and log in, Kishore. Everyone is like, database name, I've given it as details, DETAILS. So as soon as you open your PHP My Admin, you please click on new. Then you will find it, it'll ask you to create a database name. No, I'm working on local host. Devansh, I'm working on local host, not Remote MySQL. This is localhost phpMyAdmin. Okay. Once this is done, create the new table with 5. No, just give the name and just click on go. That's it. Fine. Now give the name as new table and give the columns as 5. Now click on go. Click on go. Now first what you do is just give the name as ID. It is an integer. ID. It is an integer. And give the integer value as 20. I mean the length as 20. And do not give any sort of other functionality. But for ID, make it as auto increment. For ID, make it as auto increment. For ID, give it as auto increment. Now, the next one is name. I'm just giving it as name. And then I want to give it as email. Then I want to give it as stream. And then I want to give it as address. Stream, address, and all. Click on new, create a database. After creating the database, auto increment, scroll towards the side, scroll here. You will have a checkbox called a_I, which is auto increment. And this is name is a text, email is a text, stream is a text, address is also text. Give the value, give the lengths like 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Now click on save. Done with creation of table. Kaushik, first of all, you have to run your MySQL and Apache from XAMPP terminal, XAMPP control panel. You will open this site only when you start your server. Otherwise, you'll not be able to open. All right. Now, please click on. It's Yavish Akshay. You can give it as var character as well. It's Yavish. Anything is fine. All right. Now scroll down, save it. Now your database is saved. All right. So these are all your column names. Now, whenever you enter any of the data to this, that you can see it in the browse. Okay. Here, this table is empty. This table is empty. All right. Now, let's write the Python code. All right. Done, guys? Done creating the table? All right. First of all, you have to install. So guys, again, for 2 minutes, I'll tell. Please install XAMPP. Please install XAMPP. After installing the XAMPP, open XAMPP control panel. You can search for XAMPP control panel. That gets opened. Here you will have two options. One is Apache and MySQL. Click on start and start. Click on start and start. After that, go to your local browser. Go to your local browser and type localhost/phpMyAdmin. So yeah, phpMyAdmin will be open. Click on this new. Click on this new. Give a database name and click on create. After clicking on create, you have to create a table with the names as ID, name, email, and stream. Just give the collation will be automatically taken, so you don't need to give the collation. All right. Now click on OK. Now your database is created. All right. Now open Spider, everyone. No, only for ID that is auto increment, Shubham. Only for ID that is auto increment. Guys, it's already 6:30. Please let me show you how to connect to the database and retrieve the data onto the database, onto the app again. All right. So now create a new Python file. Have you opened Spider, guys, or any idea IDE? Yes. Have you opened Spider, everyone? Yeah. So whether it is Spider or VS Code or anything, first of all, you have to create a new file. All right. So here, first what I'll write is import Flask. From Flask. Yes, Neilmani will update it. From space Flask import Flask comma render underscore template. I'm not talking about HTML pages, guys. I'll explain you what is there in that HTML pages. All right. Render template. Now after that, app is equal to Flask of underscore name underscore. After you have given your name, now what you do is create a route which is @app.route of just normal def home render underscore template. Whatever the template that I have written is, that name is apply.html, return render template of apply.html. Karthik, this is the constructor, and you are giving your Flask name as app. Karthik, is this your first day? If it is a first day, then please do watch the video so that you'll understand what Flask is, what is the purpose of it, all right? So I've given you the folder, right, guys? In that folder, if you open, so whatever the folder, web2, if you see this day 2, inside day 2, I have something called web app demo. Inside templates, the HTML page that I have given you is apply.html. Not task. I've already written the HTML page. So I'm asking you to use the same page. I cannot waste time in writing the HTML, right? Because we should concentrate on backend scripting. The constructor name is default. All right. Now, just write if underscore name. Okay, if underscore name is equal to underscore main underscore. Now, app dot run of debug is equal to true. Until here, guys. Have you written this, everyone? Have you written the code? Yes. Now, save it. Save it in the folder that I have given you, web app demo. Go to that web app.mo and save it as app.py or app1.py. As I already have app.py, give it as app1.py. Now just click on save. Just click on save. Now, in order to see that HTML code, if you are on Spider, here you will have something called browse. Can you see this? Here you have something called browse. Right? You have something called browse. Now click on that browse. Go to the downloaded web app demo. Go to the downloaded web app demo. Now that folder will be selected. Now if you click on files here, you can open this apply.html that will be opened over here. All right. Sharon, I have given you the GitHub link, right? You can download from that. The first, at the start of the session itself, I've given that. Have you opened this case? Have you browsed your system? Have you browsed your folder and... Okay, fine, Vijay Lakshmi. So if you are on Spider, here you will have something called browse. Select that. Select the folder where you have downloaded that web and extracted it. click on select folder. After clicking on select folder, here under this, you will have an option called files. Click on files. After you click on files, you'll get something called templates. In that, click on apply.html. Your HTML page will be uploaded. Now go to your command prompt. So now I have saved my app.py, right? App1.py. Right click on that. Go to properties. Select the path. Go to properties. Select the path. cd space cd space cd space paste the path. cd space paste the path. Now python space app1.py. Run it. Now you can see your application will be loaded on localhost 5000. Localhost 5000. Just click on enter. You can see the HTML page. All right. Now let's understand what is this HTML page now. These are all the libraries which are used for beautification of your web page. Check the written, yes, the default port number is 5000. You can also change it. Have you run the program in the command prompt, guys? Have you run the program in command prompt? Yes, HTML page has been displayed. Your HTML page has been displayed, right? What is the import error that you're getting? I'll tell you, Shobhana. If you want to change the port number, guys, here give port is equal to any number, 3000 or 4000 or 5000. Please go to the app1 that you have saved. Right click on it. Go to properties. Copy the path. Go to the command prompt or Anaconda prompt. cd space paste the path. Enter. Type python space app1.py. Then your app will be reloaded. Go to your app, go there, click on localhost 5000. Now this is how your web page looks like. All right. See the written statement, browse file part in the sense, Sangeeta. Guys, have you seen the response? Yes. Now let's understand. Now let's understand our web page. Okay. You'll not get any message in the command prompt, Nanishri. Yes. Now let's understand the web page. All right. So in the app.html, apply.html, if you scroll down, here I have written the form node. From here to here, from here to till the end, from here to till the end, I have written all these things. I have written all these things. You have to install Flask first, Jai Vignesh. Right? So now if you see here, whenever I click on submit, then the link that I have to redirect is upload data. Have you seen this somewhere? Have you seen this somewhere? This action is equal to upload data. So yesterday, whenever I click on submit, I have shown action is equal to /login. Am I right? So here also, whenever my button is submitted, so here I've written my submit. So if you see, this is my submit button. Whenever I submit the button, then that should go to /upload data. And the method is again post. The method is again post. Here I have given some sort of style like margin. So yesterday our page was very simple, but today there is some sort of beautification to it, right? So whenever I submit on button, if you use post request, the data will not be saved in your cache. If you use get request, the data will be saved in your cache. Yes, so styles applied today. All right. So all these styles are written in style.css, if you see. And here I have taken smartintents.png folder image, and I am calling that smartintents.png image in. I'll just show you. Wait. Here. So if you see main logo, image is equal to src is equal to static smartinterns.png. All right. Now that's what your smart interns PNG is. Now, if you scroll down, you will have all the input type for name, email, right? So text is type, name I've given it as name, placeholder is enter your name. Placeholder is enter your name. Whenever you open this this HTML page, you can see this enter your name, right? That is what placeholder is. Now, whatever the text that you put over here. So these are all the styling, Kirtana. So if you want to put some sort of stylings to your code, then these will be used. So HTML templates, you will find it in the online. All right. So that's the reason I'm not concentrating on HTML. I would like to concentrate it on Python itself. All right. So remember that I've given text input as email, text input as a mail, mobile number, etc., etc., etc. At the end, I have written something called account. So this account is used to display the uploaded uploaded data. This message is used to showcase your messages. Your data is successfully registered. All right. So this is what your HTML pages. All right. So now, if you see, I entered my name as Pradeepti, email as pradeepti@gmail.com, just stream as Python, click on agree all terms and click on submit. So whenever I'm clicking on submit, I'm going to this URL, which is 5000 upload data. Now, what am I supposed to do? Nikhil, here you have browse button, right? There, click on browse. Go to the folder that you have downloaded, which is extracted. Select the folder. Under, you will have files. There, under templates, open your apply.html. This will get applied. Now, whenever you're redirecting to any URL, what are we supposed to do, guys? Satish, that's really good, Satish. Umapati, that's really good. Fine. Others? Others? Only two members have said. What about others? Create a route for that. All right. So what is that route? @app dot route of, what is the URL that I have to use here? What is the URL that I have to use here? Somewhere, or what is the URL that I have to use here? Others. That is /upload data. /upload data. Now I have to define my function. Def upload data and comma method is equal to post. Right? This is what I have to create. Am I right? Now, what are all the variables that I have to request from the yeah, thank you so much, Shiva. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Umapati, thank you. Yeah. Now, what are all the data that I have to retrieve? If you see this apply.html, I have my name, email, so here for mobile number, I have taken as input email. Text, I mean, no, give this as another value. That's okay. Now, mobile number, stream, which is stream, as well as address. Am I right? So now let's grab them. Let's grab in the Python code. Hope you're understanding, right, guys, what I'm trying to do? You're understanding what I'm trying to do is right? Yes. Now what I do is name is equal to form. Okay, you can just type it as if request. So you have to import request also, comma. Yes, once we are done with the practical implementation, you'll understand, Adnan. Okay. Now you'll understand what this message is, comma, just give request also, request. Now, if request dot method is equal to post. Now, so what is the syntax that how I mean how am I supposed to retrieve the data from the form, guys? Can someone tell me? Request dot form of name, right? Now give it as name is equal to, in the same way do that for other 4 values. Name, email, stream, address, right? Now what I do is I'll just create a variable of name, email, stream, address. I just create a is equal to, I'm just putting a list, name, comma, email, comma, stream, comma, address. And after I submit it, what I actually written is return render underscore template of apply.html comma message is equal to a. Message is equal to a. Actually, I forgot to create a table for number in database, guys, so that's the reason I'm not taking number. All right, so I forgot to take that number, so that's the reason I'm just taking 4 values itself, and I'll just submit those 4 values in the database. Okay, Sandesh, did you understand why I have not taken number? I forgot to create a column for no need of URL for here. If you want to use URL for here, for you can also use it, but render template apply.html message is equal to a. Mobile number I have not created in the database. Yeah, street and address, what am I supposed to correct? Common after. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I've seen it. Fine. Now just execute this. Now go to the browser. Now click on 5000. Fine. Let's see. Okay. My app one is not running. What is the error? You're rendering the HTML template. Yesterday we have seen that, right? Whatever the HTML template that we have written, methods. Yeah, good. Methods, fine. Control S. Now go to the Anaconda prompt, run the script. Yes, it is running. Now go to your template. Now just give, I'm just giving random names like Anil dot Anil at gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Stream is mtech, let's suppose. Address is, let's say, Hyderabad or something else. I agree the terms. Sayali, you cannot. If you use debug is equal to true, then you cannot run it in the Spider console. Now click on submit. So whenever I click on submit, I am rendering that data over here. But what am I supposed to do? I have to send this data to the table that I have created. Am I right? If you install Anaconda, Spider will be directly installed in your system. So have you done till here, guys? Done till here, everyone? Yes? Have you seen the output? Yes, I'm sharing the code. Right. Now my unbound local variable. So just see you have given the variable correct or not. You can use get also, Karthik. So here, as I have written a post in the HTML page, that's the reason I'm using post here. But remember, post is more secure than get. The reason is the values will not be saved in the cache memory if you use post. If you use get, then the values will be saved in the cache memory. All right. Message is equal to A. So here you have to change that as methods. Methods. Instead of method, you change it as methods. All right. Done. Now our work is to upload the data onto MySQL database. All right. For that, first of all, I have to first include the library. Include the library. So what is the library that we will be using is Flask MySQL. Flask MySQL. So from Flask underscore MySQLDB import MySQL. From Flask underscore MySQLDB import MySQL. All right. As we don't have Flask underscore MySQLDB, open another command prompt or Anaconda prompt. If you're using Anaconda prompt, please open Anaconda. If you're using Spider, open Anaconda prompt. If you're not using it, then open command prompt. In the command prompt, put it as pip install Flask MySQL underscore DB. Once again, not this, Flask underscore MySQL DB. Flask underscore MySQL DB. So this is INSTALLL. Install. Now click on enter. Your Flask underscore MySQL DB will be installed. Sayali, I have two environments. So I can use command prompt or Anaconda prompt. I have two environments. But for you, if you're using Anaconda, that will be Anaconda itself. All right. My system is configured in that way. Other alternative in the sense? Other alternative? Pip install Flask underscore MySQL DB. Have you installed it, guys? Have you installed this? So as already installed, it says it's already, the requirement is already satisfied. Now what you have to do is, first of all, you have to get connected to the MySQL DB. For that, you have to give some sort of configurations. Now let's see what are all those configurations is. App.config. Sorry, after app you have to write. You can use Spider, PyCharm, anything. Then app.config of, give it as MySQL underscore host. You can use anything, PyCharm or Spider or anything, Sayali. MySQL.host is equal to, here you have to give it as localhost. Here you have to give it as localhost. If suppose you are working with Remote MySQL, then you have to give it as Remote MySQL. All right. As I am using localhost, I can just give it as localhost. This is fine, Satish. No need of you giving it with ES2 3000 3306. All right. Yes, of course, Nitya, you have to install it. That's what I told. After that, give your username. That means you have not saved your .py file in the folder that I have given you, Harshvardhan. User. So this is user. User is equal to root. So for MySQL, for example, the default username will be root. If suppose you are using Remote MySQL, then you have to give your username. You have to give your username. All right. After this, you have to write the password. App.config MySQL underscore password. For remote.mysql, instead of localhost, you have to give it as remote.mysql. That's it. As you are using localhost, you have to give it as localhost. The username is for localhost is root. Otherwise, the username that your remote MySQL has given you. Password for localhost is empty. You have not created any password for localhost. But if you're using remote MySQL, whatever the password that you're getting, that should be given. Now, you have to give the configuration of your database. So what is the database name that we have created now? What is the name of database that we have created just now? Can you please tell me what is the database that we have created? That is DB. That is details, right? Give it as IS, details. Understood, guys? Did you understand? Did you understand these configurations? First, suppose it is remote MySQL. What is the password? You have to write it here, right over here. Yes, that's it. And whenever you're connecting to your MySQL, you should also import another library, which is import MySQL db.cursors. So cursor is nothing but you are connecting to that particular point. Yes, Preetham. Line 5. There is no line 5 here. Line 6. All right. So whenever you are using remote MySQL, the host should be remotemysql.com. As we are using local MySQL, please put it as localhost. Okay. In the same way, if suppose you are using remote MySQL, the user should be the username of your database created in the remote MySQL. You have created the database, right? After creating the database, you have got the credentials, right? Those credentials are to be given. The database name is this one. The password is this one. So that's what you have to write it over here. Remote MySQL, user of your remote MySQL database, password of your remote MySQL database, and the database name. In remote MySQL, the database will be automatically generated by the server itself. But here we have created our own database. All right. Actually, you can export these details to your environment and directly you can call it. All right. Now, once this is done, here what I am doing is, first of all, I am connecting to my database. How do I connect this? There is a function called cursor. I'm just giving a variable name as cursor. CURSOR is equal to MySQL dot connection dot cursor. So here, this function will try to connect to the database from the configurations that you have given. This is not cursors, this is cursor. Okay. Undefined name MySQL. What is this? MySQL.connection.cursor. No, it's lowercase itself. Oh, the reason is I have not given my configurations to my Flask, right? So here you have to give it as MySQL is equal to MySQL of app. So you're connecting import. This is not capitals, this is small. MySQL. This is not capital, MySQL. Yes. So you are connecting your app to the configurations. After connecting, then you must establish the connection. This is just initializing your connection. This is establishing your connection. After your connection is established, then you should write the query. You know what queries are, right? If you are very much, if you are into CSE, you know what queries are, like select from, delete, insert into, right? Now we are using insert into option. So what I am doing is cursor dot execute of, in the quotations, capital insert, capital insert, space, into, capital insert into, space, table name. Table name. What is our table name, guys? What is a table name? What is the table name that we have created? New table. Database is tables. I mean, database is details. Table is, so if you see in your local host, what is the table name that I've created? New table. That's what you have to give it here. New table. New table slash in caps values of, first I am sending as null. The reason is I'm not grabbing the ID. ID is auto incremented. All right. So that's the reason you should not send any value for the ID. Later on, I am sending the value for my percentile space S, comma, percentile space S, comma, percentile. Make sure you give the space, guys. Spacing is very much important, comma, percentile space S. Why I have taken four S's? I am sending name, email, stream, as well as address. Am I right? Are you getting it, guys? Are you understanding? And close the quotation. Close the quotation. So here you have inserted the quotation, right? From here, after closing first bracket, you have to close the quotation. After closing the quotation, comma, you have to give the values. What are all the values now? What are all the, whichever the grabbed values that we have, you have to pass that. Name, comma, email, comma, stream, comma, address. name comma email comma stream comma address. All right, guys, done. So I'm just pasting this query in the chat. Please do paste it. Good. Now, after this, you have to commit the connection. So what you have to do is mysql dot connection dot commit. So you are committing the insertion. Here you are just, it means you are just declaring the values. Here it means you are committing the connection. It is just name, not percentile name. Just name. Okay, Vadivel? Fine. Now Control S. Here what I would like to do is, I just want to put message is equal to you have successfully got registered. You have successfully got registered. And here message is equal to message. All right. So here what it is, A is not, okay, fine. Let me remove this. So have you understood the code, guys? Have you understood the code, everyone? Control A, Control C. I'm just putting in the chat window. Yes, you're understanding, right? Good. Now, check whether your app is running. So your app is not running. So run it again. No module MySQL DB. Okay. This also not capital. It's small. Control S. Now go to the Python app. Now your app is running. Now go to the local host. Just 5,000. Yes, same. Actually, attributes in the Python file as well as database should be similar. But to avoid confusion, what I said is I've written all the names in a same manner. All right. All right, Paranda. Understood? So here in the HTML page, here I can just name it as another one. I can give it as email. Instead of email, I just put A, B, C, D. But while retrieving, you have to put it as A, B, or C. But whatever the variable that you are assigning for requesting the data from HTML, those names and your database names should be similar. Now Control S, go to the application, give your name, giving it as VMware. Email is VMware at gmail.com. Mobile number is 1234567. Anyhow, mobile number will not get uploaded. So in HTML page we have created, but in the table we have not created. Stream, let me give it as Python. Address is US. Agree. Click on submit. Okay, fine. I'll just let me say what tell any of the names. I'll give whatever the names you give. So whatever the data that you upload, that will be in the string format itself, but there that gets converted in the PHP MyAdmin. This MySQL Sangeeta. So here if you see, This is in capital. So I have converted that into small. Okay, wait. Name is Johnny Cash. All right. Johnnny, Johnny Cash. Fine. What is the email? What is the email? Tommy@gmail.com. Fine. Tommy@gmail.com. And what about the mobile number? Okay, even though if you give mobile number or not, it's not getting uploaded in the DB. So I'm just giving it like this. Now stream. Give me any stream. PHP. All right, ECE or whatever. Then address. White House. Okay. Now click on submit. It says you have successfully got registered. Now go to your PHP My Admin, refresh it. You can see the data got updated. Johnny Cash, Tommy@gmail.com, PHP, White House. Have you seen the output, guys? Did you check? Yes, I'm giving the I'm giving the code now. Latest, you have to install that in Anaconda prompt or command prompt. Pip install MySQL, pip install flask underscore MySQL DB. Hope you are able to understand, guys, right? HTML code is already given, right? I have already given the HTML code, but still I'll just copy. I cannot copy the whole thing and put it in the Zoom because it has limit. Pooja, do you have any password for your MySQL DB? I don't have any password for MySQL DB. So that's the reason I've given as no. But maybe initially you might have given any root password. So please provide your password itself. How to get the HTML? Have you not downloaded the GitHub codes, Nidhi? Oh yeah, Varsha, it's not MY capital, it's M small y. See, M small y. M small y. The same thing, Nikhil. Open Anaconda prompt. Open Anaconda prompt. Copy the path. CD space paste the path. Run the app. That's it. What is the error, Rakesh? Where did you install, like, did you install flask underscore DB through command prompt or Anaconda prompt, Krishna? And from where are you running? If you install that in command prompt and running it in Anaconda, that error will be New space table, give new space is equal to table. Instead of new table, give it as new space table. That's it. Maybe there is an error, maybe there is some other issue with you. So please, if you have any previously installed MySQL DBs and all, please download it. Please delete it. It's not remote.mysql, Rakesh. It's remotemysql.com. Remotemysql.com. It says invalid syntax. That means you have not given a proper syntax. Got the output? That's good. Now, what I would like to do is, I would like to display it. Shobana, once I'm done with this, I'll show you how to do that with Remote MySQL. I cannot jump from this to that in between, right? That means your another app is also running maybe. Close all the prompts, open a new prompt and run it, Aditya. What is that exception error, Varsha? Check whether the column names are same or not. Check name, email, stream and address. Check the column names and the names that you have written in the Python are same. Lekashri, in which terminal you have installed the MySQL DB and in which prompt you are running the Flask module? Make sure if you have installed MySQL DB in Anaconda prompt, run your Python app in Anaconda prompt itself. If you have installed MySQL DB through command prompt, run your code through command prompt itself. Krishnavamsi, maybe you have already installed your MySQL server with Workbench or so. Okay. So if you do that, at that time, you might have given some sort of username and password. You might have forgotten that. So what I say is go to control panel, delete all the things which are there for MySQL, then install XAMPP and do the process. Pip install MySQL, Flask _ MySQL DB. Anything is same, Nikhil Gupta, but terminals are different. That's it. Type error is like, okay, why you're getting type error is, first suppose if you have given string here, but you're sending int. If you are given int here, but you're sending string, then that time you will get type error. If you close the XAMPP, then the data will not get connected to the MySQL DB in the local host. So you should never close the XAMPP server. Did you understand, Ashwini? All right, let me show this in the apply.html. If you scroll down, this is for name, this is for email, this is for mobile number. Underneath itself, you have it for stream and you have it for address. MySQL exception error. The MySQL exception error message is here, MSG. If you see here, I've written a small thing which is MSG here. Have you seen this? Yes. Now let's display the results. All right. So here, if you see, I have written something called display the details. Click here. Whenever I click here, it is getting routed to another URL. What is that? Stream, STREAM, not username. What is the URL that is getting routed, guys? If I click on, yes, /display. I have written this in the HTML code. So if you see, display the details. href is display. That means, for suppose if you take form, then you have to write it as action. If suppose you have taken something like this, I mean a, that is a tag, then href should be the function. All right. So let me put it as just click here, not two click here's. Now what I have to do is I have to write the data for display. I mean write the function for display. Now at the rate app dot route of display. That's it. No need of methods or something else. Yes, this is right, Devi. Now def display. Here what I would like to do is again the same thing. Cursor is equal to MySQL connection, MySQL commit dot connection. But the but this query will be changed. What is that query? Let me show you. What is that query? Let me show you. So the query is, guys, are you understanding what I'm doing here? Yes or no? Yes. So here we have written insert into, am I right? But now you have to write it as select. 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 New table. Select. Select star from. Select star from new table. Select star from new table, where instead of values you have to give it as where so where is also capital, guys. One second, new table. Let me just see the syntax. Where new table. Wexwork exception, bad request key error. Bad request key error will be generated when the value from HTML is being wrongly requested in the Python code. Getting like column could not. Okay. Here the column name that you have given and the column name that you have written here are different, Paranda. Just see. From new table. So here I have name is equal to name is equal to, let me write it as what is the name that we have given? It is Johnny Cash. It should be the same thing, guys. Johnny Cash. No, the same thing. Everything is similar, whether you use Remote MySQL or local MySQL. Name is equal to, oops. Joh. I mean, is this the same word? Oh, I have not written where. Yeah, you have to write it as where also. Maybe I have not written it, but I've said it. Where, WHERE, before name. where where is capital, where name is equal to Johnny Cash. Or else what you can do is give name A is equal to Johnny Cash. A is equal to Johnny Cash. Name is equal to percentile S space, percentile spaces, comma, A. All right. So there is Johnny Cash is in column, I mean quotation. Now S. Now return render template, return return render template. Fine. So after that you have to take the values, right? So what I do is account is equal to cursor dot fetch 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 note. Now give this account is equal to account. What is this account and this account? If you go to HTML page, I have written something called account here. Am I right? So in that account, I am replacing with the grabbed data from the MySQL, right? Now just Control S. Now go to localhost display. Whenever you say, it says MySQL DB exception programming, not all arguments converted during bytes. The reason is it is unable to get the data from this A. So let me just put it as ID instead of A. Select what is this? Select star from. Now click on display. Name is only there, right? Or you can just put it as A. Let's see A here. Or let's just try with Johnny Cash. Remove this A. Control S. Now let's see whether we'll get it or not. This is not the error that, this is the error that we're getting. Oops, there is no bracket here. Let me just see now. Syntax. Fetch note is not there. Okay, so that is not. Let me see the spelling what I've written. F-E-T. Fetch one. Sorry, fetch one. Fetch one. Fetch one. F-E-T-C-H-O-N-E. Control S. Now just click on display. Click here. What is this? Why is it this getting rendered? Oh, sorry. It's getting printed, guys. I didn't see this. Johnny Cash, Tommy at Gmail, PHP, White House. Did you see this? Did you see this, guys? Have you seen this? So this is how you will be displaying it. All right. Have you seen this? But for suppose I have written something else. Let's see, Tommy, Johnny at gmail.com. Mobile number is 1234567 Stream is 1234567. Address is something Hyderabad or something else. Okay, stream is let's say ABC or something else. Now I'll just click on submit. After submitting it, I want to retrieve the data of the Tommy. Retrieve the data of Tommy. So what I have to do, I have to copy the name and again I have to paste it over here. Again I have to paste it over here, right? Then only I'll be getting the values. Am I right? Yes or no? Do you agree or not? Now click here. Then if you scroll down, the data with Tommy has been retrieved. Do you agree or not? Yes. But is this the thing that you have to do this? As soon as you have to first go to app.py, you have to change it. You have to again display it. That's not correct. Am I right? That should happen automatically. That should happen automatically. Am I right? So that's the reason why we go with something called sessions. Have you ever heard about sessions, guys? Have you ever heard about sessions? Sessions. In Python, sessions will save the data in temporary memory. Varsha, once I'm done with this, I'll tell because time is up. Please. I told you that error will be triggered whenever the spelling that you're written in the HTML page and that you're retrieving in the Python is different. Check the spellings, check the spelling of name, check the spelling of stream, check the spelling of address in Python as well as HTML and then run it. You'll understand. So this session will save the temporary data in the temporary memory, which is cache. All right. So actually this will be used whenever users log in as well as log out. Log in as well as log out. So whenever users log in, they'll give some data, right? Be it username or be it password, right? So what I do is I will create a session ID and I will save these username and password for temporary manner. With the help of this session ID, I'll be retrieving the data. Once I log out, I'll clear the session data. Clear the session data. Once I log out, I'll clear the session data. So now what I do is, here we are not logging or logging out, right? What I do is, whenever I submit the data to MySQL DB, I'll store the values in sessions. I'll store the values in sessions. While displaying, I will use those sessions, and after displaying, I will clear the sessions. So did you understand what this session is, guys? Did you understand what this session is? Did you understand what this session is? This manual approach will be vomited. So as soon as I am done with this, I'll be creating some sessions. Session of ID is equal to, let me say, name. Session or session of name, I'll just say, okay. This is how you will be creating the session variables. The syntax for, yeah, you can consider that as buffer, Sudhasmita, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll send it. Once I'm done with it, I'll send it. But you have to import the sessions as well. You have to import the sessions. So here, comma, SESSION, session. The one is working to retrieve it. Yes, it will work, Krishna. Anything will work. All right. No, it will not automate. For suppose if you have if you have uploaded any other data, second data, then if you want to retrieve the values of second person, again you have to replace this Johnny cache with the new data, right? This error will Gnanashri, error will happen whenever the data that you are sending. For example, you have given the data as string, but you are sending integer value. Then this error will be thrown. That is MySQL DB underscore exceptions dot operations error. All right, Gnanashri. But for sessions, for using sessions, you will be having some sort of keys. Secret key. So that's the reason you have to first create a secret key. So here what I am doing is app dot secret underscore key is equal to A. If you have the secret key only, you will be able to grab the data from the sessions. So here I have given as session of name is equal to name. So I've created a session here. Now, while retrieving, what I do is, instead of Johnny cache or every time, instead of writing it every time, percentile space S, comma, SESSION, session of name. Understood, guys, what I'm writing here? So secret spelling is wrong. Where is it? Where did I write the secret key? Oh yeah, SECRET, secret. Control S. Now let's see what happens now. Control S. Now go to the data. Just click on, just say localhost 5000. Give the data like Pradeepti. Now I'm giving it as Pradeepti. Email is pradeepti@gmail.com. Mobile number, I'll just give it as 1234567. Stream is BTech, let's suppose, and I am from Mumbai. Now just agree all, submit it. So you have successfully registered. Now click here. Not arguments. Again, what happened? Did I write any error? I mean, did I write any where new table where name is equal to percentile s? Sorry, string off. That's really good. Str off. No, this is string itself, right? Name is string, so no need of str off. Might be there is a syntax error. Select star from new table, yeah, where name is equal to percentile s. You should have that percentile s, comma. We are using sessions, right? So if you have that secret key itself, you can retrieve the data from session of ID. That's right. Why am I not getting it? Let me see the session data is getting printed or not. I'm getting it, Pradeepti. This is Pradeepti. So str is like if you use session ID, then you have to give it as str. This is not that case. This is not the case where you have to give it as string, but let me see. But you're still getting the error. Yes, we do have Pradeepti at gmail.com. BTech Mumbai. Why are we getting this error? Import session. So you have to commit it. mysql.cursor.commit. You should not get it, ma. Why am I getting this error? Let me check. Stir. You could select from new table. This is correct. Let me check in the SQL itself. Let me check in the SQL structure. Yeah, I'm getting the value on the SQL query. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Name is in single quotes here. Mm, stir itself. Then why am I not getting it? Yes, yes, I'm sharing it, guys. Once I get that. One second, guys. Let me just check why we are not getting it. Why am I not getting it? Satish, actually, I've not popped up the image. I have not popped up the sessions, right? So it will not happen. Okay, nice observation. Nice observation. Just 2 minutes, guys. Let me just write this. Yes, fourth one is Pradeepti Dukkaraju. Pradeepti Dukkaraju, I got it. Now let's do the display part. I'll let you know about this session ID tomorrow, guys. But you have understood how to send the data and reply the data back onto the HTML page, right? I have not given space here. I mean, even I'm not. Yes, I'll share it, Vivek. Just let me just wait for a few minutes. Let me just write. Let me just get the output. Then I'll comma. Thank you so much. You have to put a comma at the end. So if you see, you got the data. Now just try giving any other data. Let's say I'm giving it as Divya. Email is divya@gmail.com. Mobile number is something 1234567. Give the stream as 1234. Give the stream as MTech. Enter address, it is Chennai. Agree the terms, submit it. So you've got successfully registered. Scroll down, click on here. Scroll down, you will get, okay, so still it is giving Pradeepti only. The reason is I have written session username. If you see, if you scroll up, I've given the session as username, right? So before, in session name, Pradeepti was there. So that's the reason my details were grabbed. So let me just say username, Control S. Now go to the portal, just click on display. You can get Divya's user NAME. Control S. You can see 5 divya@gmail.com, Chennai. All right, guys. So it's just a matter of comma. It's just the matter of comma. You just put a comma there. All right. So hope you understood what sessions are, how to send the data and how to retrieve the data. Am I right? Hope you understood it, right, guys? Guys, I'll put this code in the GitHub because I cannot copy and paste the code because it is a very big code, right? So everything will not get pasted. It'll have some sort of character restrictions. So hope you have understood what we have done today, right? Yes? All right, Kirtana, whenever you want to retrieve any data from sessions, so we are creating session data, right? Without a secret key, you cannot retrieve the session data. Session is nothing but considered as an event where your user's data will be stored in a temporary memory. So from that temporary memory, we are grabbing it. And after printing the data, you can just delete the session data. You can delete the session data with session.pop of username. You can just delete the session data with session.pop of username. All right, guys. So this is what today's session is about. Comma is to be put after the query, session of username, comma. Session of username, comma. So hope you understood how to store the data in MySQL and retrieve the data back, right? Yes, guys. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. So whoever has not done, please look at the videos and do it. Telegram link, Jnaneshwar, can you please put Telegram link if you have, or Sandeep, can you please put the Telegram link? Hope you are able to do it, right, guys? Everyone. You'll not have any sort of attendance, Chandana. I mean, your registration is only considered itself is considered as your attendance. Okay, I'm sharing the display method. The size will be reduced with comma after, hence it can store easily. No, it's not like that. With the comma, it can fetch the data. It's not like the size or so. Today's session, yes, Harshavardhan, will try to upload them as soon as possible. As we are not getting the videos from VMware, we are unable to open it. Rupesh, that's what. Please put a comma at the end. If you get that error, that's what we got now. So here you put comma. Yes, you can ask the doubts now. Okay, fine. My name is Pradipti Duggaraj Aditya. I am in the group as well. You can search my name and you can directly message me. I have put my secret key as A. That's it. Yes, you have to initialize the session with a session secret key. And I'm getting this at a runtime. This session is unavailable because no. Yeah. The reason is you have not set a secret key for that. Whenever you want to uh, what you say, whenever you want to work with session data, there must be a secret key. And here my secret key is A. So let me write all the steps here, guys. Whatever we have done today. Step 1, open PHP my admin. I mean, whatever it may be, remote MySQL or anything, the procedure is same. Save it, Kirtana, or see the spelling of session, SESSION. Step 1, create database. Step 2, create table. Step 3, insert data into table with SQL queries. Step 4, add session data. Step 5, retrieve data with the help of session data. Repeat the steps from 3 to 5. So these are all the steps. What is the use of fetch 1? Fetch 1 will fetch the data based on given query. Here given query is you are fetching the data with name attribute. All right, Tarun. All right, who has this? Yeah, Surendra. You have to you have to create a session variable in this way. Session of variable name. Session of variable name. All right, Jnanashri. Key error name, that means you didn't specify the name as you didn't specify the variable as name. That's what the error is. Any other doubts, guys, regarding MySQL DB or anything? And remember, guys, the same. However, you have created table in PHP My Admin, in the same way you will be creating it with Remote MySQL. And whatever the process that I have did now will be the same thing. The only thing that changes is you have to change your credentials with the Remote MySQL data. All right. Hope you have gained some sort of knowledge in this session. Ma'am, is there any alternative for Flask? Yeah, you do have a Flask underscore connector. You also have PyMySQL. You also have some other, you have different MySQL libraries, Dheeraj. I'm showing 000 in email stream and address in table. Only name is getting uploaded in the table. Can you please put the Python code screenshot as well as your MySQL DB screenshot in Telegram, Sangeet, so that I can understand what's happening. Any other doubts, guys? Yeah, now I'll show you how to create a table in MySQL, Remote MySQL, guys. Please do not open your Remote MySQLs. Yeah, now my Remote MySQL is like opening. So now I'll just save my credential. I have saved my credentials, so I'm just logging into my Remote MySQL. Remote MySQL, go. So I have logged into my Remote MySQL. Here I am creating table. This is my table, guys. In localhost, I have created my own table, but in Remote MySQL, I mean, I have created my own database, but in Remote MySQL, database will be defaultly created with another name. Here you have to create a table. Create a table. Here I am creating a table as new table, and I'm giving the columns as 5. Go. After that, int id, which is integer, the length is 10 or 100. Scroll towards right, make it as auto increment. Make it as auto increment. All right. Click on go and give your other table names, which is name, email, and name, email, stream, address, int, name is text, email is text, stream is text, and address is also text. Give the values like 100, 100, 100, 100. Click on save. So your database got saved, your table got saved. Now what you have to do is you have to replace your data with remotemysql.com. Give the username as your Remote MySQL username, which is 80@06. Mine is 80@06 something. And my password is OUKS. This is what my password is. And now database name is this one, ATH06A. Control C, Control V. Now, Control S. Now let me run the code. So you can see my code is running. Now go to your Chrome. Click on localhost 5000. Give the values. I'm giving it as Pradipti Duguraju, pradipti@gmail.com. Python track. Submit. So it will take some time to get connected to the Remote MySQL. Oh, sorry, I didn't tick the button. I mean the checkbox. Submit it. Here you will get the statement as you have successfully got registered. Now go to your MySQL, Remote MySQL, refresh it, come to the browse, come to the browse. Now you can see my data got uploaded, right? Now I can click on display, click here, scroll down. You can see the data has been fetched. One Pradipti Duggaraj. The same thing, guys. Only changes your credentials. Have you understood, everyone? Hope you understood, right? Yes. I'll put it. I'll put everything in the GitHub, guys. All right. Thank you so much for now. I would like to auto increment is like see here. Are we giving any ID? Are we sending any ID here? Are we sending any ID here? No, Amol, right? So here in your database, if you see, the data is getting incremented 1, 2, 3, 4. So whenever value or anything comes into the database, that will be given with a ID which is in an auto increment format. So with this, I would like to conclude the session. All right. Yes, row count will be done through the ID. Okay, guys, it's already 8:22. Thanks for your patience. And the task for today's class is connect it with Remote MySQL. All right. Connect whatever we have done with Remote MySQL. You're welcome, guys. Thank you. So I'm ending the session.